Hi everyone! Welcome to Bahay Aralan. In this video, we will be talking about figures of speech. A figure of speech is a word or phrase that uses figurative language. That is, it has other meaning than its literal or typical definition. Let us have some types of figures of speech. Simile, metaphor, personification, and hyperbole. Let's have simile first. Simile compares two different things using like or as. For example, Mary's smile is as bright as the sunshine. Why is this an example of simile? Because it compares two different things, Mary's smile and sunshine, and it uses as. As you can see, instead of just saying Mary's smile is bright, it makes it more appealing by comparing it to another thing or object. Another example, my grandmother's dresser smells like a rose garden. This is an example of simile because, again, it compares two different things, grandmother's dresser and rose garden, using the word like. It makes it more interesting than just saying, my grandmother's dresser smells good or has a pleasant smell. Right? Okay, now let's move on to metaphor. Metaphor compares two things directly without the use of like or as. Let's have a few examples. The snow is a white blanket. In this statement, the snow is compared to a white blanket without using as or like, since snow is also white and it can also cover things. Another example, the stars are sparkling diamonds. In this example, stars are compared to sparkling diamonds without the use of like or as, since stars also sparkle or shine. Now let us have personification. This is a figure of speech in which ideas, animals, things, and other inanimate objects are represented as having human qualities. That is, the objects are treated as though they are capable of doing what people can do. For example, my alarm clock yells at me to get out of bed every morning. Why is this an example of personification? Because the alarm clock is treated as if it has a mouth that can yell, like a person, right? And of course, this sentence has more effect than simply saying, I get out of bed every morning when my alarm clock rings or goes off. Another example, lightning danced across the sky. Why is this an example of personification? Because lightning here is given a human quality, its ability to dance. Now let's move on to hyperbole. It uses exaggeration to create a strong effect. It's like describing someone or something in an extra way. For example, this bag weighs a ton. Why is this a hyperbole? Because it exaggerates. Instead of simply saying this bag is very heavy, it describes the bag in an extra way. Do you think a bag can really weigh a ton? Nope. It's around 907 kilograms. Another example. She was so happy. Her smile was a mile wide. Why is this an example of hyperbole? Because it describes a wide smile in an exaggerated way. A mile is around 1.6 kilometers. So, are you now ready for an activity? Your task is identify the figure of speech used in each sentence. Okay, first, I have a million things to do today. What do you think is the answer? It is hyperbole, because having a million things to do is an exaggeration. The speaker could have said, I have a lot of things to do today, right? Next, the moon peeked out from behind the clouds. What do you think is the answer? It is personification. Why? Because in this statement, the moon is given human quality, its ability to peek. Next, the car seat is a fluffy cloud. The figure of speech used in this sentence is metaphor. Why? Because in this sentence, the car seat is directly compared to a fluffy cloud without using like or as. And it has more impact than just saying the car seat is soft. Another one. The old car woke reluctantly from its overnight sleep. Coughing and sputtering, it finally broke into a loud roar. What do you think is the answer? It's personification. The car has no life, but in this sentence, it's given human qualities. It woke up, coughed, and sputtered. Next, she was skinny enough to jump through a keyhole. The answer is hyperbole. It's an exaggerated way of describing a thin or skinny person. Next, she was so mad she was spitting bullets. What do you think is the answer? It's hyperbole. Why? Because this sentence shows an extra way of describing how the lady looked like when she got mad. Next, the waxed floor was as slippery as an ice rink. The answer is simile. This sentence compares two different things, waxed floor and ice rink. They're both slippery, and it uses as. Last one. Her voice is music to my ears. What do you think is the figure of speech used in this sentence? It's metaphor. Her voice is compared to music without using as or like. It means that her voice is pleasing to my ears, or it is what I want to hear. Alright, that would be all for this video. Thank you for watching. Take care.